Hello everyone, this is Dion at Nani's Reborn Nursery coming to you again. I'm just checking in to say hello. As you can see, today is a poo day for me. Got my poo cup, shirt, and pants. You can't see my pants, but they're poo pants as well. So I just wanted to come to you guys today to give you guys an update on my birthday. So before we get started, if you are new to my channel, thank you for stopping in. Thank you for coming to visit me. If you like what you see today, please consider liking and subscribing to my channel. If you are not new to my channel, welcome back. Thank you for stopping in to watch my videos. Hope you like what you see. So I always say this is going to be a short video, and then I'm a chatty Cathy. What can I say? I just keep going and going and going. But I will try and make this shorter today. So today I'm going to do something a little bit. I'm going to change this girl. She hasn't had camera time in a long time. And let's see, gotta look at the camera. There you go. She hasn't had camera time in a long time, and I thought I would change her today. So this is Big Girl Sunday for me. So yeah, I thought I would change her today, change her into something. I have not changed her. I don't even know when I put this on. But she is right now, she is wearing a Dumbo outfit. So I will change her out of this today as I go over my birthday. So my birthday was on the 5th. So I've had a few days of just birthday celebration. And it ended with the finale. So the finale, to me, I got to see, oh, before I change her, let's not do this yet. Before I start, I'm going to change her into, she's got these pants. They got it kind of gathered at the leg. They are two different shades of green, a dark green, a lighter green, orange, pink, and white stripes. So she's going to wear these pants. And she is going to wear this little green sweatshirt that has a little bird on it. And it says sweetest. So I'm going to change her into this as I ramble on about my adventures. So we went to it's called the Sphere out here. It's a big round ball. And a lot of times throughout the week, they'll have like the little emoji face, the little smiley face. They've done the emoji smiley face. They've done a giant eye. They've done all kinds of things, and it is so cool. But for me, the coolest thing they have done thus far is the Wizard of Oz. I am a Wizard of Oz fanatic. I absolutely love the Wizard of Oz. And that goes back to my grandmother. Living with my grandmother when I was young, off and on. And one of the best memories for me is Wizard of Oz used to come on every year. I don't remember what time, but it used to come on every year. And I was living with my grandmother at this time, and my grandma was very hands-on. So this time when I was going to watch it, my grandmother made my dinner so I could watch TV in front of, I could eat dinner in front of the TV. And I think it used to come on CBS. This baby girl right here, I actually painted her myself, and I am so excited. She's not perfect. She was one of my earlier sculpts when I was just still learning to paint. And like I said, I'm still learning to paint. I'm not an expert. But she was one of my earlier sculpts that I was trying out. And this is the camera. She is camera shy. We'll cover her up there. This is Brooklyn. She is the Lyra sculpt by Ping Lao. So yes, I had to make sure I had her name correct. I forget her name because I don't handle these babies that often. She is one of the, I think she was the, when I painted her, she was one of the biggest babies I painted. Meadow is my most recent big baby, and she is the Mealy Sculpt from Ping Lao, and she's much bigger than this one. But I painted her, and I thought she was so cute. So, anyhow, so she's got the upper torso, and then she's got the cloth body, and then the full legs. So I'm not going to change her little diaper thing that she's got on. I'm going to leave that on her. But anyhow, so back to me. So we went to the Sphere. So growing up with my grandmother, it was coming on this year, and I was so excited. That year just happened to be the year, I don't even remember how old I was, but I was learning my multiplication tables, and I was struggling remembering my times tables. So my grandmother went out, and y'all, I'm about to date myself, but my grandmother went out and bought one of those tape recorders. And for those of you who are over 40, the tape recorder where you had to press the 2 fingers down to record. My grandmother bought me one of those tape recorders, and it had the little tapes in it. And she recorded the multiplication tables on there for me. She said each one of them, she recited 1 times 1 is 1, 1 times 2 is 2, all the way up to 12s. My grandmother was so hands-on. I absolutely love that lady. That lady is just amazing. But, or was amazing. So she recorded my times tables for me. And The Wizard of Oz was coming on, and I was so excited The Wizard of Oz was coming on. I got to watch it. Because it was one of my favorite movies, I wanted to be able to watch it or be entertained by it anytime I wanted. So my grandmother got me a bunch of tapes, a bunch of blank tapes, and I recorded that entire movie. Yeah, y'all. I recorded that entire movie. I would pause for the commercials, but I recorded the entire Wizard of Oz, the audio portion of it, and I listened to that when I was in the room. When I'd be in the room playing, I would listen to the Wizard of Oz because I was so excited that I got to, it wasn't just once a year. So I recorded that, and I would listen to the Wizard of Oz on a regular basis so much. I'm so nerdy. So much that I learned all the lines in the movie and all the songs. So, because that is just such an amazing memory to me, I have always just loved The Wizard of Oz. So that is one of my favorite movies. And then I'm going to put these pink shoes on because they will go with the pink stripes in these pants. So I learned the entire movie. So needless to say, I love The Wizard of Oz. And it brings back just those memories of my grandmother and how my grandmother endured me and my silliness. But I was a kid, and she allowed me to be a kid. She didn't make me, feel silly. She just allowed me to be me. And I have several DVDs of The Wizard of Oz. I've got the anniversary one that's got the behind the scenes, and it tells you all the things that went on. So my husband bought me tickets to see The Wizard of Oz at the Sphere. And the Sphere, like I said, it's a big round building, and like the front of it, the theater is here. The theater is here, and the seats are back here, and they kind of go on little risers. So they go up higher. There was not a bad seat in that house. Now, mind it, we were up high, but we had seats everywhere because the movie played. It was like a panoramic movie. It played across the top, into the front, along the sides. The main movie was here on the front, but the skyline and everything was up here. The trees were along the sides, and it was so incredible. It was amazing. I found myself, I didn't even realize I was doing it, but when the movie came on, I had this huge huge grin on my face, and I probably smiled. I don't know. For the first 30 minutes, I couldn't wipe the smile off my face. Um, at the part where you're up inside the cyclone, where she says we must be up inside the cyclone, and you see the tornado spinning around, these fans start going, and I guess the fog machine, so it blows all that fog back into the audience. There's leaves blowing everywhere. So as you're sitting there, the wind is like blowing around you. The leaves are falling, and it was so immersive. It was amazing. And the scene where, and they even added little things that I noticed and that I didn't notice in the movie. It was so amazing. And then on the scene when they're in the forest, and when she says apples, and when the trees come to life, and the trees start throwing apples at them, and they start throwing apples back, apples fall from the ceiling. And they're like little styrofoam apples. Unfortunately, I didn't get one, and I was so excited. I wanted to get an apple so bad. Apples fall from the ceiling. So if you're lucky enough, you got a souvenir apple. You could purchase them as well, but I'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, the apples fall from the ceiling. At the part where they have the flying monkeys, where the witch sends the flying monkeys out to get them, monkeys come flying around the sphere. It was well, not real monkeys, but they've got these giant flying monkeys that are just soaring all over the sphere. And it was amazing, because you're watching this, and people were clapping and cheering, and it was so much fun. When they're in the poppy field, when they said poppies, it was like poppies engulfed the whole area, like of the sphere. It was like, so as you're looking around like this, and there's poppies everywhere, like all over the screen. And then when they made it snow to wake them up, snow fell. And it was just like these like bubbles, the snow bubbles, but they fell everywhere, and they were falling for quite a while. You're just sitting there, and you're just covered in these little snow bubbles. But it was so amazing to watch this, and I had to catch myself, because, like I say, to tell you, I know every word in that movie. I know every line in that movie. So I had to catch myself from reciting the lines. I had to catch myself from singing all the songs. But it was so much fun. And then outside the sphere, they had like where the house fell on the witches, where her feet were hanging out. They had these giant legs with the witches' shoes, like the witches' legs were underneath there, and you could take pictures. So I took pictures by that. It was so amazing. When they had the Oz, when Oz came out, they made a different. Now there were a few scenes. They did cut some scenes. They shortened them, to be able to add all the extra effects, and it was perfect. Even though I knew where they were shortening it, it didn't take away from the movie. There was just certain lines that they just cut out. It was like the scene when she meets the lion, and she asks him if they like to see the wizard, and he says, "Wouldn't you be ashamed to be seen?" or something like that. I'm so excited right now. I can't even think of the lines. But they cut out just little scenes like that, and it was nothing that took away from the movie. But they had the Oz. They had their own Oz that they came out, and it was like when they were talking to the Oz, he was like right there on the sphere. Like it was like this 3D Oz looking down. So it's like he was looking at all of us in the audience. It was quite amazing. I had such a great time, and my husband was so happy. He said he was just happy to see me happy. Here she is. Brooklyn is all dressed in her. Oh, you know what? We're not done with your hair. You've got a little bit of bed hair. Hair's a little flat in the back. But yeah, so it was so amazing. We had, and this is just water. but we had so much fun. And then after it's over, they have another, like a post show in the lobby area. So you come out and you come out of the out of the theater and you go to the second level. And they had like a little post show. And the post show was the guy who was in charge of the who got in to see the wizard. He was out there with his little green poofy hat. He was out there, and there we go. He was out there and he was talking to people, and he was asking if anybody had that the Oz was going to grant wishes, though Oz would be there, and if you had anything you wanted to ask the Oz, here's all over the place, ask the Wizard of Oz for, you could. So then he's out there talking to everybody, getting the audience all, ready and stuff. I was gonna put this one on her, but I think that's not the right color pink, so we're just gonna do green. So he's out there hyping up the audience and getting them all prepared for Oz. And when Oz comes out, and it's like the big 3D head on this huge screen, he comes out and he's asking, is there anyone who'd like a wish? I will grant one of you guys a wish. And I don't know if they told these people what to ask for. That's not what I would ask for. But they came out, and one person asked, they said they wanted to go home. So yeah, they probably told them what to ask for. And I forget where they said they were from. But he's like, he kind of cracked jokes and made fun of them or whatever. And then he asked if anybody else had a wish, and the person said they wanted a heart or something like that, or they wanted courage. So I think he told them what to ask for. Because you think we're here in Vegas, I want to win the jackpot. If you're granting wishes, that's my wish. But so I'm pretty sure he told them to ask for certain things like that. And there she is. There is Meadow in her green. See, now she's looking at the camera. There she is, and she's got her little shoes on. There we go. But yeah, we had such a great time. It was everything to me. It meant the world to me. So yeah, it was the icing on the cake, and I was so excited. I was trying to gain my composure and trying to keep composed because I was so excited about this trip, about this being able to see the Wizard of Oz. And even though it was the old Wizard of Oz, it never grows old to me. I can watch it every day. It just never grows old to me. So it was so amazing. So that was the icing on the cake. My kids made me breakfast. Went shopping with, 2 of my kids made me breakfast. 2 of my other kids bought me a Winnie the Pooh jacket. So we had such a great time. We had an amazing time. I actually had a great birthday, and I wouldn't change anything for the world. So, but that's all I have for you guys today. I will possibly, I'm not even going to say it. I will see you guys on the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you have not done so already. Please also share my video. I am trying to grow my channel. And those of you who have already shared my videos, thank you so much. Those of you who are new to my channel, thank you so much. You are helping grow my channel. I am trying to grow my channel, and at one point I actually thought that, maybe this, it's just not working for me, and then all of a sudden, boom, I had a bunch more followers. So I thank you. for spending time with me and watching my videos. So please share my videos. Please leave a comment for me. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Tell your friends if there's anything you'd like to see. Let me know. I've got some other babies. I'm trying to show my least shown babies. So if you notice, Eden is not in this video. She almost made it to the video, but I was determined not to put her on this video this time, but she'll be back. So yeah, I'm just trying to show some of my other babies. So thank you for watching. You guys have a wonderful rest of your evening, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.